Welcome back to Poplar Preparedness. This is a subscriber update from you guys, reports that you've seen at stores in your area. So we're going to hear from a whole bunch of areas coming right at you. John Reese says, military commissary not only did not have any wheat checks, but Wheaties were stuck in the middle of the flavored wheat checks area. So products being moved into holes, basically. They plugged those in there so that there was no gap and removed the wheat checks price sticker below the shelf. So it looks like they're not expecting any back anytime soon. Usually when they're gone, they're just empty. They had canned hams, but at $3.10 a pound, I went for generic brand Spam instead. Given the price of even that, that might have been a mistake. I couldn't find any food-grade, human-type containers with the twist lids, so I imagine he's talking about 5-gallon buckets there. I'm gone, so I got some pricey pet food Tractor Supply containers instead. Propane was $3.65 a pound at Tractor Supply for the 100-pound canisters. Prepared Homesteaders in Cleveland County, North Carolina says, I went shopping yesterday, Wednesday, December 1st, and I was happy to report that applesauce and canned fruits are back. It has been almost a year since those shelves have been stocked. Lettuce and cucumbers looked horrible, old, soft, and not very appetizing. Zero heavy whipping cream and almost no cream cheese. Other than that, the store was stocked better than it had been in a long time. Beef prices are terribly expensive, $9.98 a pound for a chuck roast. Grateful 67 says, went to a local Smith's in northern Nevada. Fairly well stocked, but prices going up. They had some deals on cake and muffin mixes, so I got some of those. Campbell's cream of chicken soup, $10 for 10 cans. However, only one checker on a busy Sunday morning. Long lines for both self-check out and the one aisle that had the lone checker. Many stores not able to get workers. I've seen this problem at other stores, including Walmart and Winco. We're hearing that across the country, that even if there's stock on the shelves, you're going to be finding a lot less workers. So checkout is becoming more and more of an issue. Melinda P. says, in Texas, from a person who sets up loads, so truckloads, right, there are 400 loads for every truck driver. I have no way of verifying that, but I'm just tossing that out to you guys. Curtis H. says, I wanted to do an update on Montrose, Colorado. Almost all the food is completely stocked up in the Kroger and City Market. A few items are low, mainly different types of milk. The small variety of avocados, very low stock. Ramen is almost impossible to find no matter what store you visit. Everything else is stocked to the gills. Edit. The Dollar Tree here is $1.25 for all items and have been that way for over 2 weeks. So if you're still seeing $1 at your Dollar Tree, that is looking like it's going away. We're hearing reports all over the country that the Dollar Trees are going up to $1.25. Big Kisses says, Sam's Club online is only allowing one package of paper towels on any order. Hannaford in Yarmouth, Maine has no bologna or Munster cheese whatsoever. Sam's Club in Portland, Maine had huge lines waiting for gas. This is only a Wednesday, so I can't imagine how the weekend will go. ALS, or ALS, says, a friend of mine has a pasta business here in the Berg, which is, I believe, referring to Pittsburgh. I guess that's where I am. And she told me last week a 50-pound bag of flour has gone up $10 in the last 2 weeks. Think about that. 50-pound bag of flour up $10 in the last 2 weeks. And that's wholesale, because that's on the restaurant side, right? Melinda S. says, Northern California. Went to CVS, no Sudafed or barely cold medicine, and only allowed one Tylenol because a lot of stores are getting hit. might need to stock up on meds. So the over-the-counter meds are disappearing across the country. I keep checking that nowadays regularly as I go to the Walmarts. It's thinner. It's thinner. You have a lot less options, and it's thinner when it comes to non-prescription medications, right? L Tag says, I'm in rural Michigan and have seen empty shelves and freezers for months. In my opinion, stores need to start consolidating space to cut cost. The consumers end up paying higher prices when Walmart is paying for dead space and keeping empty freezers cold. Troy Busters says they need ketchup to go with the fries. Lol, I am in Kentucky. Pretty much the same here. I went to Family Dollar a couple weeks ago. Not only are they running out of merchandise, they ran out of bags to put the customer purchases in. They were using garbage bags instead. The cashier told me their truck was no-show the day before. Another one from John Reese here. Plenty of rice and beans at H-E-B in West Texas. And after your vid about stocking up for others, I grumpily got 12 pounds of rice and 16 of pinto beans. If the community of 400 nearby needs food, then that will be our contribution. And the ravioli, because mystery meat just makes me wonder. However, the pasta aisle was pasta in... I think that's a joke. The pasta aisle was pasta its prime. Or spell check, I don't know. Pretty well wiped out except for lasagna makings. I guess that's too much work for some folks. That was a joke. The expensive spaghetti was still there, but the affordable stuff, nope. Cat food, I don't have one, but folks are curious about stuff like that, was sparse. I'm wondering if they're still having problems getting with the cans. He actually had a little more of a conversation about the cans and what he's hearing about the aluminum and the steel. Joy M from Austria says, my friend went to go buy a new TV yesterday. The same TV that they bought it 1 year ago is now much more expensive, but they were told if they wanted to buy that same TV, they would have to wait at least 1 month or more before they could get it in. They asked if there was any TV in the entire store that they could walk home with that day, and there was one. One TV in the entire store available for the same day purchase. So we're seeing that across the board with electronics. Remember our chip shortage. Some places like auto manufacturers have been able to prioritize themselves and get the chips in that they need to keep their production lines going, but a lot of companies like electronics manufacturers for TVs and such like that, they have gotten really, really far behind because they're not able to get the chips and they're not able to get workers to work the lines. So we're seeing that electronics across the board, not just in Australia, but in the United States and the UK and everything else like that. Energy shortages coming down the pike. Natural gas is spiking in price, especially in Europe. Belarus is threatening to cut off natural gas supplies to Europe again. Russia is telling them not to. Belarus is threatening to do it anyway. A couple of the main pipelines cuts across there. There's a lot of talk about Germany is talking about taking several nuclear power plants offline in the next few months, which is like the worst possible time for that. So just be aware of what's going on in the United States. There's some troubles along those lines too. Electricity prices. When you get your energy bills, make sure you open up your electricity bills and energy bills. If you get those online, make sure you open up the statements, because in there it will tell you if they're raising your rate, okay? Look for those rate changes, because if they're going to boost your rates significantly, you may want to change some of your habits about how high you heat your house and everything like that. That could be a huge game changer. You don't want to find out a week after the rate change happened and just get that sticker shock with a huge bill, okay? So please, please, please open up your energy bills, particularly the ones for November, because there's talk that some of the electricity bills have gone up for the rate change has gone into effect December 1st. That's what I'm hearing. I don't know. Please let me know if you guys see a major rate change on your natural gas bills or your electricity bills. Put those in the comments below. Also, if you have any other subscriber updates, stores in your area, please put those in the comments below. Love you guys. Thank you so much. Steve Poplar, out.